Hey guys, it's Tina. We're gonna make some spring rolls today out of rice paper, and it's gonna be full of veggies and some ramen noodles, and then we'll have a spicy dipping sauce to go with it too. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna tell you the ingredients that went into the sauce that we have. Here's what it looks like. Looks kind of brown, kind of like peanut butter. It was made from almond butter, so we had a half a cup of almond butter, and then about a tablespoon or so of soy sauce, sodium free. I actually used tamari sauce, which is similar to soy sauce, it's just made without wheat. And then we have 1 to 2 tablespoons of a liquid sweetener. I used agave nectar. You could use maple syrup or brown rice syrup or maple syrup, and honey if you're not opposed to honey. It has 1 to 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I just squeezed half a lime in there. And it called for half a teaspoon of chili sauce. This is chili garlic sauce. I actually put in probably a teaspoon and a half or maybe a little more because we like ours spicy. And that'll make a thick paste, and then what you do is you add enough warm water to make it into dipping sauce consistency. You can see it's kind of a little bit runny, but it's going to be our dipping sauce when we're eating the rolls. Now the rolls themselves are made from rice paper. This rice paper actually I got from Walmart, and I can't tell you what part of the store I found them in because we do online shopping and my shopper picked them up for me, but they showed up in the cart when I just typed in rice paper, and I've seen these on another person's blog, the same brand, so it must be pretty common to find. We're going to use, the recipe I saw called for some very thin noodle, some vermicelli perhaps, or angel hair. I didn't have that on hand, but I did have some brown rice ramen noodles. Mine just come in a cake like this. And they're gluten-free, and you just boil them in water for 3 minutes and then drain them and rinse them with cold water. Then they're like this, all nice and cooled off now. And then we have a variety of vegetables that I've chopped up already. We have carrots, cucumbers, green and red pepper, and I have some romaine lettuce. The recipe actually calls for some kind of green herb such as basil or mint or cilantro. I didn't have basil and I didn't have cilantro. I don't have mint because Brian is allergic to it. He starts sneezing when he has mint. So we're going to put in romaine because it's green, it adds some crunch, and I've just chopped up some of the leaves of the romaine. When you make the rice paper, it's not, if you've ever made regular egg rolls, those come with soft papers, like they're kind of doughy. These are actually stiff, kind of like a piece of plastic. But you soften them by putting them in warm water. So I'm going to take this pan, I've already made a few just to practice, and I'm going to fill it with warm water because my water's cooled off. And you just have a layer of water in the pan, just enough to float this little rice paper in it. Bang. So I'm just going to put that right down in there. And the package said 5 seconds, but I found just by counting it took about 15 to 20 seconds to make it soft. So it starts off plastic, just like you saw, kind of plasticky. And then the longer you let it soak, I flipped it once, it just starts to become more and more soft and just kind of feels kind of a little slimy. It's starting to get softer, but still not quite soft enough to make into a wrap yet. It's getting there though. It seems like all of a sudden it starts to become really wobbly. It's almost there. You can see it's been about almost 15 to 20 seconds. So, okay, now it's nice and soft. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to put some of these romaine leaves in here. I'm going to grab a few of the noodles, lay them in here, see if they will unstick from my fingers. And then add some of the vegetables. A couple of cucumbers. A few carrots that I've julienned. A couple of green peppers. A couple of red peppers. And I got them kind of lined up in a row in here. Kind of trying to keep them tightened together. I'm going to take up that end of that wrapper that's closest to me and tuck it over the vegetables, tuck them in. And then just like you're making a burrito, you're going to pull, well, there's a piece of lettuce. Pull in the corners, fold them over. While you're kind of holding down the middle so it doesn't get away from you, fold in the other side. This lettuce is wanting to get away. Get those corners tucked in, and then we're going to kind of squeeze it and roll it as we go, and it will stick to itself. And there you have it, a spring roll. And then it just says to put it on a plate and keep it covered by a damp towel. So I had a moistened paper towel. There's the ones I made previously. You can see my first attempt. The first one I'd ever made had the lettuce hanging out the end, not quite as tight as I'd like it, but they're really pretty, and you can imagine whatever kind of vegetables you put in there would show right through. I saw some really pretty ones online that had fruit in them and purple cabbage that made them just really bright. So there you have a vegetable spring roll, and the ingredients I listed for you, but you could put whatever vegetables you just wanted to cut like that and use a dipping sauce. I used almond butter, but you could use cashew butter, you could use peanut butter, and vary it like that. Make it as spicy as you like, or leave out the spice if you're not into hot things. So that's a vegetable spring roll. I hope you enjoyed this and you try to make them soon. See you later.